Yeah, I'm gonna need to get started.
That helps out, please. Okay, Mike. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're now looking ahead to the main event at the Copper Box on Saturday night, and what promises to be, on paper anyway, an outstanding fight. The IBF World Junior Lightweight title fight between the champion here, Gervonta Davis, in his 18th professional fight, undefeated so far, up against Liam Walsh, similarly undefeated from Cromer, the challenger, the mandatory challenger for the title. And I think everybody agreed that it has all the makings of being a fascinating contest. So far as the bookies are concerned, Gervonta is the clear favourite, I guess, on the back of what was an outstanding performance against Jose Pedraza in his last fight. But Liam, as we know, trains assiduously. We know kind of the Walsh brothers' dream, which we heard Ryan talking about a little bit earlier on. And if Liam were to win the world title, it would be an exceptional achievement. We'll hear from the two fighters and from Floyd in a moment, but before then, Frank, just set the scene on how this one stacks up. I don't know how many world title fights you've done over the years, but it's a fair few, and this one promises to be another good one.
I think it's got the ingredients of being a classic. As John just said, both guys are undefeated. They both have confident teams around them who believe in their men. I know Floyd is, for me, Floyd's he's a fellow promoter at the moment. He's a joint promoter on this, and he's a boxing legend. And I know for a fact that he's got thorough belief in Gervonta, who's done everything that's been asked of him. And it's the same as I feel about Liam. Liam's done everything that's been asked of him. It's Liam's birthday today, and it's Ryan's, his twin, his birthday day. So I'm hoping he's going to get a big birthday present on Saturday, which would be taking that belt off of Gervonta. We've done all we can to give him every advantage possible. And as I was saying, this for me is a cracking fight. I know everybody's got an opinion about it. Gervonta's favourite with the bookmakers. I know Showtime, they're over here to broadcast this fight. They got big belief in their man. And I can only talk from experience in the past where we've been in similar situations with Joe Calzaghe and Jeff Lacey, with Costa Zoo and Ricky Hatton. Many times this has happened, and I've always felt that there are certain fighters that have it in them to become something special, certainly on the night, and I think Liam is one of those fighters. So as I say, for me, I've got every confidence in my man. It's not going to be easy. I know it's going to be tough for him, and obviously the people are going to benefit from this are going to be the fans. They're what we do this for, is for the fans. So looking forward to it.
And on the other side of the coin, we'll hear now from Floyd. He's the youngest world champion the United States have, Gervonta, and on the back of that terrific performance, yes. How good is this kid?
I can just, I'm just thinking back, how everything played out and how we came together, how our team came together, me and Tank. I can remember a kid came up to me when I was on the press tour for the Canelo fight, and he wanted to take a photo with me. We took a photo, and when I looked at him, I said, "There's something about that kid that looks special." Some other people that was in the audience said, "He's the next big thing." But you know, I had a real busy schedule, you know, with traveling from state to state and country to country promoting my fight. So, you know, you keep hearing the name Tank, you know, because, you know, of course his name is Gervonta Davis, but his nickname is Tank. So, you know, I'm always hearing his name, Tank. So, he came to my gym. He boxed another fighter in my gym. They had some real good work. But there's something about him that I feel that he had a special look about him. And I got in touch with him actually through social media. I had my assistant get in touch with him. I said, whatever it takes for us to work with you to get you to the next level, let's make it happen. I eventually called my pilots. I flew over to New York, and he came from Baltimore over to New York to sit down for us to meet. We met, and I told him, within 24 months, if you listen to me and you continue to go out there and work hard, I truly believe that you can be world champion. And that's just one stepping stone. After that, it's about going to another level. You know, it's levels. And I think that as of right now, he's the only fighter that's in boxing that's facing back-to-back undefeated fighters. You know, he just faced one fight, an undefeated world champion. Now he's facing his mandatory challenger, and he's also undefeated. I mean, his team his Tank team is remarkable. They've done an unbelievable job. And I want to really commend the team in the city of Baltimore and his peers and his young friends that helped him get to this, you know, to this plateau. You know, it's not easy working with a young fighter because they want everything in one day. You know, they want the Floyd Mayweather lifestyle, but they must. It's steps to getting to where I'm at, and he know it takes steps. But Frank Warren, Liam Walsh, we just want to commend you guys for stepping up to the plate and making this fight happen. We want to give the fans what they want to see. The fans want to see blood, sweat, and tears. He's always in tremendous fights, and he's a very exciting knockout artist. And that's what boxing is about. It's about giving the people and the fans what they want to see. I truly believe in my man. I will continue to believe in him. And, you know, I want to work with him from now to the end of his career. And when we say the end of his career, whereas we don't believe in just working with a fighter inside the ring. We want fighters to make smart investments so he can continue to have the same lifestyle when his career is over. Like myself. Leonard Ellerby and the Mayweather Promotions staff, I want to commend them for doing a remarkable job. And I just want to thank the UK fans and everyone and all the media for, you know, covering this event, because without you guys, you know, for covering the Mayweather brand for so many years and the TMT brand for so many years, I just want to say thank you, and we really appreciate it. And we look forward to going out there giving you guys excitement Saturday.
Floyd, before we hear from the two fighters, I mean, the Liam Walsh supporters and the detractors who look at what this fella's achieved would say you're making this assessment and putting him down as potentially a great fighter on the back of one great performance. Is that fair?
No, not just one performance. It takes more than just one performance. What we're saying is we truly believe that he can be a great fighter someday. But his performance with a kid that wasn't even ranked in the top 10, with only 16 fights, his performance he had a great performance. And what we do know is that he's not going to lay down. This kid got dynamite in both hands. So I'm not saying that he's a great fighter right now. He's a good fighter on the verge of becoming a great fighter someday. And his performance when he went out there, and fought for the title, it was a great performance. So if he keep going out there beating good fighters and great fighters, they can't deny him. He cannot be denied.
Liam, what's your thoughts coming into this one? Because you've heard what Floyd's got to say, you've seen him fight. This is the biggest night of your life, potentially.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, I'm always positive, confident. Like I said many a times, his performance against Pedraza was very, very good. I ain't no Pedraza. Tank's the best fighter I've come up against in my career so far, and I'm the best fighter he's going to come up against, or is going to come up against in his career so far as well. So it makes for a good fight. It's a great.
What impressed you most about his performance against Pedraza?
But probably
other than winning it.
Yeah, no. He's very physically very good. He's very fast. He's very powerful. I thought he showed maturity beyond his years against Pedraza. The way he handled himself before, through the fight, after the fight. I thought, I don't think you can knock that performance whatsoever. But there is still a lot of questions that need answering of Gervonta Davis.
He's a southpaw. How much of a problem is that, and what sort of preparations have you been going through to potentially cope with what he's going to throw at you?
The southpaw stance doesn't affect me too much. I box the majority of my fights in the southpaw stance also. I can switch between the two. I think I'm ambidextrous because I'm comfortable in both stances, so that isn't a problem for me. I do quite like boxing southpaws, so. Yeah.
We heard a little bit earlier on from Ryan about what it would mean to you as a family to come through and actually get this title. Just put into your own words what winning would mean.
I don't think I can put it into words, John. It's been a dream since a young child, and yeah, I honestly don't believe I can put into words the feeling and the emotion. I can't put it into words.
Let's hear a bit from Gervonta and again from Floyd. What's it like, Gervonta, having this guy by your side as you come into this big fight? Give you more confidence?
It gives me a lot of confidence, just having one of the best, back me in the sport, I feel amazing. This camp, I ended my camp in Las Vegas, and Floyd been really hands-on with me. He been getting up, running, training with me, so it motivated me a lot.
You must remember that moment when you went and saw the guy when he was on that Canelo tour and you wanted the photograph.
Yes. I was anxious to meet him. He actually signed the back of my phone, that night, and I supposed to sign with him then. I supposed to been with him, but he had, things going on in his life, so at the right time we met and we made things happen. Was he a hero as a sportsman? Of course, I believe he was everyone's hero in the sport of boxing that was coming up. He was that god to us, so just having him back me is amazing.
Leonard Ellerby joining us up on the top table now, the chief executive of Floyd's company. That's
yes.
Correct, is it not?
CEO.
CEO, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, chief executive, same thing. I mean, that's just a longer way. Gervonta, and Ashley Theophane he also knows what I'm talking about. As far as with the Mayweather Boxing Club, we have so many different fighters from around the world. It's like a boxing hub in the Mayweather Boxing Club. I'm truly blessed and I'm truly thankful that I was able to get to a point to where I can have my own promotion company and help fighters, and also get my own boxing gym to help fighters accomplish and go out there and fulfill their goals. But in the Mayweather Boxing Club, I mean, it's so much good work. There's so much good boxing, some of the best boxing, around the world. If you want some great boxing, you come to the Mayweather Boxing Club. Any fighter you can name, from Errol Spence to Ashley Theophane to Gervonta Davis, and the list goes on and on. Top work, champion working with champion, top contender working with top contender. and that's what the sport of boxing needs to prepare you for a situation like this. He needed great boxing, so within his training camp, and his team, like I said before, his team does a remarkable job, but it's my job as a friend and a father figure to tell him, come over here so you can get the best work over here. Not saying that his sparring wasn't good on the East Coast, but we wanted him to have different looks. We wanted him to box guys that was orthodox. We wanted him to box guys that was southpaw, just like he's a southpaw. We want guys that's going to push him. We wanted bigger guys. We wanted smaller, faster guys. We wanted to see different styles, because when you get to a certain plateau, you face with so many different styles. But like I said before, I just really have to, commend his team and commend Leonard Ellaby for them coming together and making this all possible.
Gervonta, winning the title and working with Floyd's organisation, how much has it changed your life?
It just put my mind, on a different level. Just trying to stay level-headed. Just getting a belt is just I step closer to what I want to be. I want to be able to take over the sport of boxing. With the performance I put on Saturday night, it put me a step closer, and that's to be that pay-per-view star, be that star boxer. Following after Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Tell us a little bit about your background, because boxing's been important to you, hasn't it? To put it mildly, without boxing, is it overstating it to say that your direction wouldn't have been there and you could have been in trouble without boxing?
I come from Baltimore, Maryland. I had crime rate, and it been tough, And actually, where I'm from, the gym is in the hood, so, if it wasn't for the gym, I'd either be in jail or dead, and that's not what I want to be, boxing saved my life a lot, actually, signing to Floyd and me, back and forth to Vegas, saved my life also, because there was times that, before I signed with Floyd, I wasn't making that much money, so I was in and out the streets, rolling with my homeboys and things like that. But, I signed with Floyd, I moved to Vegas and things like that, and put my mind on another level. So then recently I won a belt, so I'm definitely on another level than I was before. So right now my focus is to take over the sport.
How does it feel to you, Floyd, when you hear a lad say something like that? Because despite all the success that you've had and all the monetary rewards that you've picked up, I guess hearing that and realising what you're capable of doing is kind of humbling.
We both come from similar backgrounds. Both of our mothers being on drugs. I came from my mother we used to live seven of me and my siblings used to live in a one bedroom apartment. No lights, no heat, but I kept believing, kept working hard, kept dedicating myself, and I always knew 224-77 a star was born. And when I see another fighter or another kid in that same situation, I just want to help them, show them a different part of life, show them something different. So, even though he was fighting professional, when you first start off, the money is really not that great if you don't go to the Olympic Games, or you don't have a crazy amateur background, or you don't have a certain individual that's sponsoring you or backing you. So what I wanted to do was just put him in the best position possible. Make sure he's comfortable, make sure his family's comfortable, but he's young. He's young. He's still going to make a lot of mistakes, but you live and you learn. And when he make mistakes, I try to sit down and communicate with him the best way I know how to. but I know what he's going through because I went through the same thing. I was young, and when you're young, when I got a ton of money at a young age, 19, 20 years old, you want everything. You want every car, you want every house, but it's a process, and that's what I learned when I signed with Al Heyman. I learned that it's a process. The world wasn't built in a day, and I got my mind on business. And once I got my mind on business, I continued to work hard inside the ring, but I wanted to make smart financial moves on the outside because I didn't want to end up like, a lot of other sports celebrities or, other celebrities. I wanted to have something when my career was over, and I also wanted to still have that same lifestyle. So, of course, he wants that flashy lifestyle. He wants the diamond Rolexes and he wants the diamond chain because, when you're a young kid and we don't come from nothing, only thing we see in our neighborhoods, we don't look up to the guys on TV. We look up to the guys that's in our neighborhood. We look up to the drug dealers and the pimps and the hustlers and the gangsters. That's what we look up to. But once you get to a certain level and you surpass them, you start looking at guys. We start looking at the billionaires and say, you know what, I want what he got. You know what I'm saying? Because you surpass a certain level and you move on to a whole nother level. So this kid, he busts his ass, day in and day out. And it's all about, hard work and dedication. And we're gonna continue to go out there and do what we do. We're gonna be flashy, we're gonna be flamboyant. That's us. Just because I got a diamond watch and you got the same watch without diamonds.
I wish.
No, it doesn't make us any different. We get up and put our pants on, we say our prayers, we believe, we love our family just like everyone else. And we're gonna continue to stick together, we're gonna continue to work hard. And Leonard Ellaby, like I said before, we've been working together 21 years now. And I just want to thank the lawyer in the back, John, because we've been working with John. I've been working with John since probably 1996. Probably 1994, actually. I've been knowing John, one of the best lawyers in boxing. I want to say thank you, John, because a lot of times we come up on the podium and you don't ever get your just due. So I just want to say thank you. And, I'm up here talking a lot, but this is about Tank, this is about Liam Walsh. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Go out there and give the fans what they want to see Saturday.
Liam, when you hear talk about Rolex watches and flash cars and lifestyle, what does that say to you? What do you think when you hear that sort of thing?
We're complete polar opposites. Some people are that poor, all they have is money. Some people are that poor, all they have is money. I'm not that poor. My family, my happiness, my health is paramount in my life, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, give us your check.
Each their own.
We'll take your check.
Take my check.
Because we know. One thing I learned about when it's time to cut them lights off, when the bills is due, you can't go tell the bill man, I love you, and they're going to keep your lights on. So remember that.
No, there's points in there. Of course, everyone needs to have money, but it's important to have your focus and your true values on other things, in my opinion.
Well, we need you as a fighter, because you want to fight for free. We need you. I like that about you.
My values are we're just on different levels in that sense.
Floyd's talked about the fact he still makes mistakes because he's a young fella, makes mistakes outside the ring. What about inside the ring?
Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely flaws there. It's for me to exploit him. It's for me to take advantage of the times he does make mistakes, and I know when I was 22, there's things I would have done and mistakes I would have made that I definitely wouldn't make now. So, maybe this is the perfect time to fight him.
And do you feel at all intimidated or will you feel a bit intimidated
no.
when you look across to the other side of the ring and
No,
you see
at
not
all.
only him but the rest of the entourage?
No, I wanted to cut you short there, John, after about 3 words. I am not intimidated, not one little bit. Not by Floyd, not by Tank, not by anybody. I'm not by no man.
Well, you know, when I was fighting, you was too young. You know what I'm saying? we take it back. Let me see. 20 years ago, you was...
Oh, 10.
Oh, you was too young.
Yeah.
You was too young, so...
But I still wouldn't have been intimidated.
Oh, you ain't have to, because, you know, you already knew what was going to happen.
I would not have been intimidated.
You already know. I'm known for dishing it out. I already conquered y'all country once. Now we finna conquer it again Saturday.
You never came over here to conquer here. You beat Ricky Hatton in Vegas in your backyard.
Oh, you know when you're the A side, they gotta come see me. It don't matter. You could take me on any turf and I'ma dominate. Oh, well, give him credit. Well, give him. Well, guess what? My thing is this. Okay, that's right. Now I'm finna ask you a question. Have you ever been to the U.S. to fight?
No.
Okay, now we on the same page. Now we on the same page.
You didn't want to pay us any money. You didn't want to pay us any money. The money's here.
Now we on the same
money's
page.
in the UK. The money's in the UK.
Now you talking about money when you just said you don't fight for the money.
No. I never once
Either you
said.
do fight for the money, or you don't fight for the money. 1 minute you talk about we don't go nowhere, and you don't go nowhere. So you can't tell me that I'm not going nowhere. At the end of the day, I ain't never seen you in pound for pound. I ain't never seen you in pound for pound, and I ain't never seen you in pound for pound. Listen, I'm 40 years old, and I kick all 3 of y'all ass in the same night.
When can we do it?
Man, listen. I never even heard of these fighters until Leonard came to me and said Tank has a mandatory.
Hang on, Ryan.
Did all the greats do it? I think you are in your time a great, but you must think I never went anywhere.
To be fair, Ryan, I think Floyd's gone on record in the past saying that he would have loved to have fought in the UK.
Listen, at the end of the day,
for whatever reason.
At the end of the day, it is what it is. I've been around the world. I've been around the world and fought. I've fought against every country you can possibly fight against. I've been in the Olympic Games. I've fought against Russia. I've fought against Cuba.
Anyway, say it again.
You want to fight God, not fight you. You have to fight. Really impossible. You never be here. So fight
listen.
Hang on, Michael.
I'm not worried about the 2 brothers. We're gonna kick his ass Saturday.
Right, hang on. We're gonna take questions from we're going to take questions from the floor, from the media.
Over here on Foreign Soul. And it's going to be a very, very exciting fight. We know that Liam Walsh is an excellent young fighter. He's undefeated. He's fought some very tough competition to this point. We just feel and we know that Gervonta is on another level. Gervonta, he is, in our opinion, the most exciting fighter in boxing. He has a very, very bright future. And come this Saturday night, this will be another stepping stone as part of his greatness in many, many future fights, and he will go down as one of the biggest stars in the sport.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, the microphone I think is now being passed around, so please ask your questions. Start off down here.
Can I start off by asking Floyd, have you been training with Gervonta? Hi, John Denham from Boxing News. Have you been training with Gervonta, and what kind of training have you been doing, and are you ready to fight yourself?
We've been making sure we've been jogging together. I've been in the gym with him. We've been working at the Mayweather Boxing Club, showing him different pointers, giving him different pointers because I've been there before, and I know what it takes when it's a fight of this magnitude. Actually, I know what it takes because I beat more champions than any fighter in boxing history. So, of course, I'm going to be there day in and day out because I care about the well-being of my fighter. It's not just the money. I care about the well-being of my fighter. Before I even made my first million, I would have fought for free because for the love of the sport. You know, I love the sport of boxing and I love fighters. And I didn't get Mayweather promotion. I didn't start a promotion company to take advantage of fighters. I started a promotion company to try to help fighters accomplish what they want to accomplish in the sport of boxing.
And being in the gym, does it make you miss competing yourself?
Being in the gym, I don't miss it at all. You know, I'm there to help him. I want to see him. If I can push this fighter to surpass me and break every record, I mean, that's a goal of mine if I could do it. Not just this fighter, any fighter that's with our company. If we can push that fighter to become a pay-per-view star and a household name, that's what we're here to do. Records are made to be broken.
Okay, any more, please?
Yeah, Floyd, Declan Warrington, PA. Last week, Leonard compared this fight to yours with Arturo Gatti. To what extent do you see it that way?
Who did?
Leonard.
The Arturo Gatti fight was a huge fight. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I was the A side and I still went to his turf. You know, Atlantic City, sold out crowd. Arturo Thunder Gatti had, may he rest in peace. He had dynamite in both hands. I was just a better man.
Does the fact that you're here, you've joined Gervonta in London, show how highly you think of him as a fighter?
Well, I think a lot of fighters in today's time, they slack. They win, they 8-0, and they think they're world champion. Whereas this kid is working hard, day in and day out. You know, he's one of the biggest names in boxing, with only 16 to 17 fights. Showtime is extremely high on this kid. It's all about excitement, and that's what he brings. So I have to come here. The fight could have been anywhere. It could have been any one of my fighters. I'm gonna go and support my fighters. It could be in Australia. It could be one of my fighters that's 2-0 or 3-0. I support fighters because this is what I've done for a living, and I was on the fighter side, and I know how it feels to be on the promoter side. So I'm here to support him. I got here early. I've been out here working out with him. I've been out here running with him because I truly care, and I want to see him win.
Liam, when you hear Frank comparing his fight to Hatton Zoo, Kawasaki, Lacey, to what extent does that inspire you? And isn't it right that you went to Vegas to support Hatton fighting anyway?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I went to Vegas several times. I went and supported Hatton a few times over there. I even supported my man here a few times as well, against Pacquiao and others, against Ortiz as well. But no, the comparisons are going to be there. You've got the #1 American in my weight coming to England to fight the #1 English lad in this weight, so the comparisons are going to be there. Style-wise, there's not much similarities between any of the comparisons, I don't think, but you're going to get the comparisons. You've got two very good fighters coming together, one from America, one from England. It always helps, doesn't it? So,
Do those examples inspire you?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because as you see, they were Kawasaki was a massive underdog against Jeff Lacey. Everyone was hyped on Lacey at the time. I remember everyone was going nuts for Lacey. So yeah, of course, yeah, you're inspired by him. You've seen it done. You've seen these underdogs win, come through and win, and against people who supposedly they couldn't win against, and odds of 3s and 4 to 1s are being floated around. You know, no one's fighting 3 and 4 people. It's just a one-on-one.
Floyd Duncan, mate, of The Sun. Apologies to Gervonta and Leon, but I've got to ask this. Conor McGregor this morning says he signed a contract.
Right, can we deal with deal with this?
This is Liam Walsh and Gervonta Davis press conference. Let's focus on these two competitors. We don't want to, you know, that's total disrespect to both of these fighters. This is their press conference. Let's talk about them. And both of these fighters deserve respect.
Any more questions about what's going on this weekend? Anybody else? Yeah. Go on, fire away, shout out.
What's up, champ?
Gotta get the microphone. Liam Walsh and Gervonta, have you got any predictions for whether you're going to win by knockout, what round, etc.?
Do you want to first go?
I haven't. No, sorry, Anthony. I'm not as what's the word I'm looking for? No, I haven't. No, I predict I will win the fight by what method? I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if I win by knockout. I wouldn't be shocked if I win by points. No result will shock me. No result. I'm not going to be shocked. I'm not going to. You won't see me celebrating like a madman if I'm to knock Tank out, because I know I'm capable of it. So, but I haven't got an exact prediction. No.
Okay.
Do you want to?
I'm just on a whole different level. You know, I feel like.
Tell us what round then. You're on a whole different level. Tell us what round.
I do know
first round. Shit.
I do know. They build you good. You know. Since you fought. I mean, you fought Paul. I forget his last name. When he dropped you, they've been putting you in there with people that's goddamn 19 and with 2 knockouts. So. They was protecting you from the power, so I know you don't got no chin. And I know that Saturday night.
Give us a round then.
You might round. He ain't gonna get a round. You ain't gonna know what round. You ain't gonna know what round it is when he hits you.
Right. You just gonna be on your ass.
Or his face. Either
answer the man's question.
Just choose. You can just choose face it back. Face it back. Either or.
And then your brother can get the next step. Which one? Yeah.
You a bum.
You already fought. You a bum.
Michael.
You a bum. You ain't never fought in the US.
You're a bum. You already lost twice. You're a bum. A cold bum.
Cold bum.
Man, you pussy.
You a bum too.
You a bum.
You a bum too.
Okay, any more questions? Any more questions from the media, please?
Y'all keep it up. Y'all keep it up. I'm gonna slap both of y'all pussies. Y'all better be quiet.
Anthony, you've called
okay,
it wrong, man.
Thank you very much. To restore a little bit of order, we'll have.
Please don't run Saturday night. Please don't run.
Yeah,
please.
Is that to me? Is that to me?
Yeah.
I won't run, mate. I promise you.
Don't run.
I'll see you there.
Don't run. Please don't run.
I'll see you there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Please don't run.
I ain't running nowhere. Don't worry about that.
And you better be there to pick. You better be there to pick him up.
He gonna be the one to jump in the ring.
On that note, that'll conclude things for the moment. You'll have an opportunity to TV cameras to do 1 or 2 one-to-one interviews with people who are involved here. But before then, I think we're going to have what promises to be a fairly interesting face-to-face.
Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.